First question, space. The very word is like a bell to toll me back from thee to my soul leapt. Which word? And the correct option is C. Forlorn. Next question, in poems like Altar and Easter Wings, correct option is D. George Herbert and typographic space. Means in poems like the Altar and Easter Wings, George Herbert exploits typographic space. Question number 3. No, no, thou hast not failed the lapse of hours, for what wears out the life of mortal men? It is that repeated shocks again and again exhaust the energy of strongest souls and numb the elastic powers. Who does the poet address here? And the correct option is scholar Gypsy. Next question. The Roman of Clef, French for novel with a key, uses contemporary historical figures as its chief characters. They are, of course, given fictional names. One example is Aldous Huxley's Point Counterpoint. Its Mark Rampion is modeled on. Correct option is A. D.H. Lawrence. Next question. She was worthy woman. I'll hear Livy. Husbands at church door she had few. In the prologue, Chaucer represents the wife of Bath as. Correct option is B. Means first, second, and fourth statement are correct. Our options are correct here. Means first, second, and fourth. Crude and vulgar, outspoken and boastfully licentious, and the fourth option, that is bubbling with fatality. Next question. The novel tells the story of twin brothers, Waldo, the man of reason and intellect, and Arthur, the innocent half-wit. The way their lives are inextricably intertwined features the novel. And the novel is The Solid Mandala. The Solid Mandala. Now the next question. Who among the following was not a member of the Scribblers Club? Who among the following was not a member of the Scribblers Club? And the correct option is C. Joseph Edison. Joseph Edison was not the member of this club, and the remaining three options are the three names: Thomas Parnell, Alexander Pope, and John Gay. These three persons were the members of Scribblers Club. Now the next question, space is a theological term brought into literary criticism by. The correct option is D. Epiphany by James Joyce. Next question, space. The almighty power hurled headlong, flaming from the ethereal sky, with hideous ruin and combustion, down to bottomless prediction, there to dwell in adamantine chains and penal fire, who durst defy omnipotent to arms. The above lines are from Paradise Lost. Choose the appropriate word, and the appropriate word is that him. Okay. Now the next question. Which of the following words does not have a mad woman as a character in it? Which of the following words does not have a mad woman as a character in it? And the correct option is B. The mad woman in the attic. The mad woman in the attic. This is the work where we cannot find a mad woman, and the remaining three words have mad woman as a character in it. Now the next question. Which of the following is not a quest narrative? Which of the following is not a quest narrative? And the correct option is C. Coleridge Christabel. Coleridge Christabel. Now the next question. The novel has a scene where African American students are made to compete and fight with each other as they rush for the gold coins tossed on an electric blanket. Identify the novel. Correct option is Ralph Ellison's Invisible Man. Next question. James Hopkins' Wind Hover. Wind Hover is dedicated to. Correct option is A and B. To Christ our Lord. Means here the first or the second option is correct, to Christ our Lord, because this option is repeated again here. The next question, match list first with list 2 according to the code given below. Means list 1, there is a list of authors and the second list has poems. Okay, now the correct option is C. 3142. 3142. Okay, now the next question. His cooks with long disputes, their trade forgot cool was his kitchen, though his brains were hot. Who is this character, whose stinginess passed into a proverb? Correct option is B. Shimei. Now the next question, the story and the novel, the idea and the form are the needle and thread, and I never heard of a guild tailors who recommended the use of the thread without the needle or the needle without the thread. The famous passage describing the relation of idea to form is found in. The correct option is C. Henry James, The Art of Fiction. Okay, this passage occur in the work of Henry James, and that the name of that work is The Art of Fiction. Now the next question, identify the correctly matched set below. The correct option is B. The Norman Conquest 1066, William Caxton and the Introduction of Printing 1475, the King James Bible 1611, Dr. Johnson's English Dictionary 1755, the Commonwealth period, the Protectorate 1649 to 1660. Means there are some of the events and the years. We have to match them correctly. Correct option is B. The next question, Leopold Bloom in Ulysses is. Correct option is a Jewish advertising agent. Now the next question, late capitalism, by which is meant accelerated technological development and the massive extension of intellectually qualified labor, was first popularized by. The correct option is Ernst Mandel. Ernst Mandel. Late capitalism. The next question, which of the following arrangements is in the correct chronological sequence? Question number 20, which of the following arrangement is in the correct chronological sequence? Correct option is B. Their Eyes Were Watching God by Zora Neale Hurston, Native Son by Richard Wright, Invisible Man by Ralph Ellison, Another Country by James Baldwin. Okay, this chronological sequence or order or option is correct. So next question, metaphor is so widespread that is often used as an umbrella term to include other figures of speech such as metonymies, which can be technically distinguished from it in its narrower usage. Identify the metaphorical phrase in its sentence. The correct option is C and D, figures of speech umbrella term. The next question, along the shore of silver streaming Thames, whose rutty bank the Witch's River hums, was painted all with variable flowers fit to deck maidens' bowers and crown their paramours against their bridal day, which is not long. Sweet Thames, run softly till I end my song. Spenser's Prothalamion. Spenser's Prothalamion. Another poet fondly recalls these lines but cannot conceal their heavily ironic tone in. The correct option is D. T.S. Eliot's Wasteland. The next question, question number 23. The Tramp in Pinter's first big hit. The caretaker often travels under an assumed name. It is. Correct option is Bernard Jenkins. Question number 24. Here is a list of early English plays imitating Greek and Latin plays. Pick the odd one out. The correct option is Tamburlaine. Tamburlaine the Great. Now the next question, 25. Where does Act First, Scene First of William Congrew's Way of the World open? The correct option is Chocolate House. Where does Act First, Scene First of William Congrew's Way of the World open? and the answer is a chocolate house. The next question, while a well-oiled cycle for a well-oiled bicycle is an example of spoonerism, someone saying congenital foot for continental foot is an example of malapropism. Malapropism. Now the next question, it is unimaginable that all the following events happen in a year. And the next question, correct answer is 1900. Means there are 7 events. There are 7 events, and unimaginably all these events took place in 1900. Next question, 28th. Brother to a prince and fellow to beggar, if he be found worthy. This is the epigraph too. Correct option is Rudyard Kipling's The Man Who Would Be the King. This epigraph is for Rudyard Kipling's The Man Who Would Be the King. 29th question, Robert Graves in Broken Images ends thus. He, in a new confusion of his understanding, in a new understanding of my confusion, the figure of speech here is chiasmus. Chiasmus is a figure of speech that appears or that is found in these lines. Now the last question of this video, that is the third question. The phrase lives dancing is an example of, this is an example of pathetic fallacy. The phrase lives dancing is an example of pathetic fallacy. So in this way, we have included 30 questions, and these questions are exam oriented questions taken from the previous questions papers. Okay, thanks for watching.